This is also an X Factor by way of Iran, the people's champion, Hadi Choopan. It's kind of like the new Shadow. He comes and he goes, he shows up.
I got to give a shout out, but so before we get into Hadi, congratulations for getting here. As most people know, Hadi's from Iran. Unfortunately, the U.S. doesn't have the best relations with Iran at this time, and neither did we did last year. So it's a minor miracle that he was actually able to get here to compete. But Hani Rambod, I don't know if Hani's out here. He was a major contributor. The behind-the-scenes work Hani does is spectacular. Without Hani, Hadi's not here this year. Okay, so big shout out to Hani Rambod out there. But Hadi.
Absolutely. I mean, both years he came in at the very last minute. Did you have a plan B if he wasn't going to be able to make it coming this year? What would plan B be?
اول خیلی خوشحالم که امسال باز در حضور جمعیت و مردم هستم و تبریک میگم که باز دکتر جکسون جان خوشحالم که فیلیکس دوباره برگشته و رقابت جوری میشه که دیگه حرف و حدیثی نباشه که خلوت بود، سبک بود، فلان بود. خوشحالم باز گوناک هست، برانجان هست، دیگرون و من از پارسال که رفتم کلا تیمم درگیر ویزا بوده تا الان و خودم آقایون پارسافر مربیم آقایون رامبود کلا شبانه روز 24 ساعت روز درگیر بودیم که بتونیم ویزا آمریکا رو بگیریم و خودم رو برسونم اینجا. من واقعا این 60 روز که بیرون بودم 2 ماه است کل سختی ها رو خودم با خودم هم کردم و خوشحالم که تونستم تلاش کنم و خودمو برسونم اینجا.
اگر نمیتونستی المپیا شرکت کنی چی کاری کردی؟
من همیشه امید دارم به جز المپیا گفتم هیچ مسابقه دیگه شرکت نمیکنم. فقط سال به سال مثل المپیا.
Bob, you want to translate that?
Yeah, I got this. He says he's ready.
Okay.
Hey, bro, help me out here.
I got you, Bob. No worries. First and foremost, Hadi said that he wants to truly thank all the fans for being here. It's such an honor for him to be here. He wants to thank, of course, Hani Rambod, the Parsafar brothers, for doing all the behind-the-work scenes to bring him here, the IFBB, the NPC, the Mr. Olympia organization. He says that it's an absolute honor to be here sitting next to every gentleman here, as you heard him name, from William, Rami, Brandon, Phil, who am I missing, Dexter, every single one of them. He says that this year it's going to be one heck of a competition that he's happy to be here for. And he said that it was a really difficult 60 days to get himself here. And it was a lot of trials and tribulations that we didn't know until the very last minute how to move forward. And when asked the question, what was the plan B if you weren't going to be able to compete in the Mr. Olympia competition, he said, there was no plan B. I gave it all to God, and I was hoping that I would be here, and here I am.
Wow. Can you imagine training for this show, training for this competition, the amount of sleepless nights and the amount of sacrifice you make to get here, not even knowing if you're going to come. So that's huge for him.
Listen, the stress these athletes are under, especially our friends from overseas, especially this year with all the nuttiness going on in the COVID restrictions, flight restrictions, country restrictions. You just got to tip your hat to these guys. I mean, listen, it's hard enough getting ready for a show. Most of the people that are here have been competitors. We've all kind of done it. That's hard. Getting ready for a pro show is a whole nother level. Getting ready for the Olympia is a whole nother, and then you pile on top the fact that you might do all this prep, get all that way, and then be denied. And it's crazy to even think about that you could, I mean, we've competed for years, Sean. I can't even imagine going through the entire prep of an Olympia. And then, listen, Hadi could have got to the border. He did everything right. He had letters from the president and everybody. I mean, you could think of, Hadi made sure he had every paperwork he could possibly have, COVID tests, and he could still have gotten here, and they just denied him. That's just the way it works. And, so thank God, that all came through because this guy took 3rd place last year in his debut, people's champ. Don't sleep on Hadi Choopan.
Yeah, I mean, representing the entire country of Iran and the people's champ. It's incredible. Welcome back.